everyone. I hope you're having a great day today. You're staying safe and healthy. Today I have pulled myself away from my studio table and I am going to show you how to clean your silver jewelry using things you have at home. So many people, there are different things you can use. Simple things you can use a toothbrush with soap and water, just warm soap and water. And you can do that to just clean things lightly. But hi Shelly, hope you're having a good day. And those are fine, but you also want to be sure that you never get your pearls wet, because washing pearls actually can really disintegrate them. And if you ever need to clean your pearls, you should definitely take them to a professional rather than doing it yourself, because there are safer ways to clean them. You can also use like a damp cloth just to wipe them off, but don't put water on them. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to clean silver. And this is a really easy way to do it, and it's really kind of dramatic at how things get cleaned so easily. It's actually kind of fun to watch. So I'm on my iPad here, and I'm going to be moving it around just so you can see things a bit. So it's, and this is something you can do at home with just a few materials. Very easy. So I'm going to set my pad down so you can see. Okay, so first off, you're going to need a dish or a bowl of some kind. I just picked my glass loaf pan, which is fine. It doesn't have to be glass. It can be any kind of pan, whatever works for you. And then you're going to line it with aluminum foil, so it's all completely lined. And then what you're going to want to do is take your piece. So I have a necklace here that I made it's silver plated. It's gotten a bit tarnished because of wearing it against my skin. If you're wearing things against your skin, the oils gets on your jewelry easier, so it can tarnish your silver easier. So you can see here's the necklace. It looks nice, but it definitely needs some cleaning. And yeah, I could take a polishing cloth, which I have done on occasion, but it takes a while sometimes. And if you have something that needs more than just a little bit of cleaning, this is easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your silver piece and you're going to put it in your container. And I'm going to tilt this briefly. You want to make sure that your silver jewelry, and you can also do this with utensils, anything silver, you want to make sure that it's touching the aluminum foil. Okay. Because that is going to cause a reaction. So then next up, what you're going to do is you're going to fill a container with water or boil it on your stove, whatever you like to do. But I go the easy way. I put my water in a glass container and stick it in the microwave for like 3.5 minutes, and it gets it hot enough for me to use, and it works perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and fill this with water and then stick this in my microwave for 3.5 minutes. So the rule of thumb is you want at least 1 cup of water, but you want enough to kind of fill your container. So this container is larger, and I want to really make sure that the whole reaction here is going to work. So I am going to put in about 2 cups of water, which is what this holds, and I'm going to go put this in my microwave. Okay, excuse me for 1 second. I'm just going to head over to my microwave, which is in the other part of my kitchen. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that's heating up, and I'm heating it up in 2 cups of water, and I'm heating up for about 3.5 minutes. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take baking soda, just regular old everyday baking soda. And you want to put equal amounts of tablespoons into the water that's been boiling, that's hot. So 2 cups of water equals 2 tablespoons of baking soda. And you will see what happens with that. This is where the fun part happens once the water is hot. So it's really, really, really neat thing to do. And it's easy, simple, and cleans things. So, and again, you can do this with, do this with your silver, you can do this with your gold, plated as well as solid. So either regular gold, 14 karat, sterling, silver plate, gold plate, this works fine. You can also, but you have to be careful if you have any gemstones on anything. So don't do that, again, don't do this with pearls. And rubies, emeralds, you have to be kind of more careful with that kind of thing. You can always research online if you're not sure if you've got stones in there whether it's safe or not. Diamonds, it's safe. But pearls are definitely the one you want to stay away from without question. But it works really, really, really well. It's really easy, and it's kind of fun to watch too. So my microwave is heating up. It's almost done. And if you have any questions too, feel free to pipe in. And so I have my 1 tablespoon measuring here and my baking soda. Really basic things that you probably have in your house already. And you can do this with any utensils, silver utensils you may have, or with any kind of dishes. It works perfectly fine, really easy to do. Although, of course, with some of your utensils and dishes, you may need a bigger dish than what I am using, but that's not a problem. You just use as much aluminum foil as you need for your dish that you're using. So, almost done. Getting there. I know this is the least exciting part of it. But my microwave should be beeping soon. So yeah, but I'm heating the water up. You could boil the water on your stove if you wanted, but it's much faster to do in the microwave. So yeah, it's about 3.5 minutes I have it putting in for. And that's usually enough to get it hot enough to get the reaction going. Okay, I'll be right back. It just beeped. Okay, so here's my water. It's all heated up. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of baking soda in here. And it's going to cause a reaction with the heated water and baking soda. It's going to actually bubble up. So I'm going to show you as best I can. I'm going to move my pad a little bit here so you can see. So I'm going to put, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon first in, and then I'll hold my pad up so you can see what's happening. So here's my tablespoon. And look, you can see that it's bubbling up a bit. Now I'm going to do the second one. I'm going to move this back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up the container so you can see it bubbling. Okay, you ready? You see that? So now what I'm going to do is I am going to pour this into my container that has my silver necklace, the foil in the pan. All right? And it's going to start bubbling in here too and starting a reaction, which is what you want. so now I'm going to lift this up so you can see what's going on in there, hopefully. I don't know if you can see what's happening in the pan. You may not be able to. But this is bubbling. And what I do is, you see how it's bubbling in there? It's actually lifting all the tarnish off of the necklace. And I usually leave this in. I mean, the directions when I first read about this, it says about 10, anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes. I like to leave it in for 10 minutes just to get the maximum amount of tarnish removed. And you can see that it is bubbling. And it's removing the tarnish. It's actually already looking a little cleaner than when I first put it in there. It works pretty quick, which is really nice. But I like to leave it in there longer to let it, to remove as much as possible. Pretty neat, huh? So then what I do afterwards, after those 10 minutes are up, what I do is I take it out of there and I take paper towels and dry it off. And you can also use the paper towels to rub off any excess tarnish, and it basically rubs everything off, which is really, really, really neat. So I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes because I want to let it sit for the 10. So other techniques you can use. You can use, instead of doing this, you can use soap and water, but you want to use a very mild soap, like an ivory, and a little bit of warm water. You can put that in a toothbrush to clean like your rings or any other jewelry if you've got just like a small amount of cleaning that needs to be done. I've seen some people that have used toothpaste too, instead of soap and water, putting it on your jewelry. But you want to really be careful with that because I find the toothpaste can be really, really abrasive and can really scratch things. So I tend not to want to use toothpaste because it definitely, I find, gets too abrasive. But using soap and water is fine, just as long as the soap is very mild and a little bit some warm water. Or you can use this method, which doesn't take much. You just basically heat up the water. Again, it's 1 cup of water to 1 tablespoon of baking soda. You boil the water first, throw in the baking soda, and you saw the reaction of the baking soda, which is really kind of fun. And then you pour that into your container that's lined with aluminum foil with the silver or gold pieces on the bottom, and you let it sit and just work its magic. It's getting there. So it's still bubbling a little bit, so I'm going to keep letting it work its magic here, because I find it, I usually like to leave my pieces in for 10 minutes, especially if there's more tarnish on them than not. That way it's less rubbing you have to do afterwards. And I have done this to a few pieces as needed. You should not, if you have like vintage silver pieces or vintage gold, you should not do this to them, because often with vintage jewelry, if you are polishing them, it can hurt the value of them. So there's the whole patina thing on some silver jewelry. It's important, unless the pieces were originally supposed to look really silver and bright or gold and bright. But if they're worn down a bit, you should really be careful about cleaning any vintage or older pieces, just because sometimes it's more important to keep them looking not quite as shiny and bright. Um, it's just often a more important thing to do that, because then you may decrease the value if you start cleaning them up. So this is still, yeah, it's still bubbling a little bit. It's stopping, so I'm going to keep, yeah, it's been going for about 4 minutes now. So I'm going to let it sit a bit more. And you can tell when it's really stopping working. There's like little, as I showed you before, there's like little bubbles that are going up, which means that the whole reaction, which is why I have the aluminum foil in the pan, it's when the bubbles stop, it means the reaction's really pretty much stopping. It's done its work. But I like to, but if you see it so bubbling, leave it, because that way you can make sure you try and get as much of the tarnish off as possible. So, but I think it is almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper towel here. Just checking. Oh no, it's still bubbling a little bit more. I'm going to let it still bubble some. Like I said, I like to try and leave it for like 10 minutes. I know it's not exciting waiting. Hi Andrea, I hope you're doing well. We are sitting here playing the waiting game now. I have put my silver necklace that was a bit tarnished, not totally, I mean horrendously tarnished, but it was definitely getting dull because I've been wearing it next to my skin, and the oils on your skin definitely will tarnish your jewelry more. So if you've ever noticed, so if you wear jewelry and it's not really touching your skin as much, but it's touching more like your top, it doesn't tarnish as quickly that way, because it's not touching all the oils in your skin. So it looks like it is done. Just about. I'm going to wait another minute or two, and then I will pull it out and you will see the miracle of the tarnish remover with just water, baking soda, and aluminum foil. So wonders of science. Hi Lee, I hope you're having a good day. We are waiting. Almost time for me to take this out. I am detarnishing my necklace here. It's sitting in a bath of warm water with baking soda and aluminum foil. It's in here. Yeah, it looks like it's just about done. So what I'm going to do now, here's the exciting part. I'm going to take the necklace out. And I'm going to dry it off. Here's the necklace. It's looking much brighter already. First, I'm going to dry it with paper towel. And now it's definitely looking brighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper towel here, and I'm just going to rub the silver, and it basically will polish it off. You can take polishing cloths too, but this works just as fine. And it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot brighter and shinier than when I first put it in. It's pretty amazing. So this is really an easy way. So all I'm doing now is taking my paper towel and I am using it to polish the necklace. You can also take like a cloth if you want. That works fine. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take another paper towel. That one's pretty used. I'm going to just dip in the water here a little bit just to get the polishing going a little more. But you see how much brighter this is already? Look at that. Tarnish, gone. Pretty cool, huh? And this is a really easy way to clean your silver, gold, plated, or sterling, or carat. And it using just baking soda, hot water, and aluminum foil. All things that you probably have in your house. So this is a great cleaning project you can do with your jewelry, with any, if you have any silver utensils or urns or pitchers. Forget about all the polishing. Just do this. It makes, and the reaction will take care of itself. What I'm doing is, here's I'm just cleaning it, polishing it with a towel. Take another paper towel here. At the other end. I'm just basically rubbing it. Hi Susan, hope you're having a good day. Hey look at how nice and shiny that is. It wasn't that shiny when I first put it in. That's because of the whole reaction. Really kind of neat, huh? Science. So now I'm just polishing it with a paper towel here. Just about done. This one, of course, is lots of little links, so I've got lots of little pieces I have to like polish up. But it's basically, it's all polished. And look at how much brighter it is compared to when I put it in. So it's all nice and shiny. So again, the recipe for this is 1 cup of water to 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Put it in a dish with aluminum foil. Make sure that the water is boiled first. Toss the baking soda into it. Pour all that into your container. Let it sit for anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes. You can watch it bubble as it's working. And when it's done bubbling, or 10 minutes, whichever comes first, you can take it out. Just dry it off and rub it to polish it dry. And you've got your shiny silver jewelry. Pretty neat, huh? So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this helpful. And I hope you have a great rest of the day. Have a great week. And if you have any requests for me for things you'd like to see, let me know. And I will be saving this. This will be on my Facebook page. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.